Hi guys, Sarah here and welcome to Novel Expectations. Today I'm coming to you with another Tuesday Talks. Tuesday Talks is a Goodreads group that was started by Janie over at the Bookworms Buddy and Janelle from Miss J. Rod Reads. I will post a link in the down bar below to the Goodreads group so you can check it out. So this week's question is, do you keep both a hardback and softback of the same titles? I'm actually changing that question around a little bit to, do you keep multiple copies on multiple devices of the same book? Yes, I do. Especially if it's series that I really like. For example, I own 3 or 4 books in the Crew of Hunters series by Heather Graham on audiobook, and I've listened to, have I listened to them yet? No, I haven't listened to them yet. But I do plan on purchasing and owning the entire series in paperback, just because I love the series. Now, a lot of times when I buy books can tend to be very expensive, especially audiobooks too. They can tend to be quite expensive. But I do, and I know a lot of people tell me, well, you know, you can go to the library and get them out. Yes, I'm well aware of that. But I like to own things, whether it be digital or print. So I grabbed a lot of these on sale for like $4.95 if they were doing like a summer sale or something like that. I got them for a really reasonable price. And I do plan on, when I get to that book in the series, to actually listen to the audio, because I can have the book on my shelf, but I've got the audio and I'd want to listen to it. Now, that's one series. The other series, also by Heather Graham, which is the Flynn Brothers trilogy, I own the first 2 books on audio, and I've listened to both of them. I do plan on grabbing the 3rd one on audio to listen to, but I also plan on purchasing the whole series. I'd love to get them in hardback because that's a really, really good series. The ones I tend to do this with are the ones that I actually probably plan on rereading at some point in time. Audio and ebook, let's be honest, digital is digital. You can, I know it's kind of held on the cloud or whatever you want to call it through Audible, so I know people will argue this fact too, whether you actually own these books or not, or whether you just own the copyright to listen to them or to read them if it's an ebook format. But you never know. I mean, let's be honest. 25 years from now, will Amazon be around? What's going to happen? The format for reading could change from this to something else. You know, like, we don't know. But a book is always going to be a book. And I think that's why, usually when I tend to buy audio or ebooks now, I do not pay full price for them. I get them on a sale, or I get them on, essentially a sale or for free or what have you. Or I'll buy ebooks that you cannot get in print book format. I have about 400 ebooks that I still need to get through. 300? No, I'm sorry, I'm exaggerating. 200 and something. I had like 300 in total. 200 something that I still haven't even read yet. But a lot of these I've probably now bought on paperback, and I'm okay with that, or hardback. It's in print book format. But the ones that I bought when they were on sale. So if I see something on sale, like I think I was talking, I don't think I mentioned this in my last book haul, but I did have some ebooks that I purchased, and I did purchase the first 3 books in the Crew of Hunters series on ebook, but it was part of a bundle. So it was $5 for the first 3 books. And that's a really good deal. I think it was a Kindle Daily deal or something like that. So I got them, and when I get to them, I'll read them. But, you know, 20 years from now, when we don't know what's happened to Amazon and whether it's still going to be the conglomerate that it is now or what have you, I will still own those books in print book format on my shelf. That never changes. For example, I just pulled this book off my shelf. This book has been sitting on my parents' bookshelf for what feels like my entire childhood. This book was originally published in 1989, so I would have been 10 when this came out. And I remember looking at it all the time. And then when I got to high school, I decided I wanted to read it, and I think I mentioned this at one point for another video, that I read this for history class. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And it sat on my bookshelf. It moved from their bookshelf in the basement up to my bookshelf. And then when I moved, I said to Mom and Dad, here, you know, like I was going to give it back to them. And Dad's like, keep it. You loved it. Like, he really enjoyed it too. But Dad's not a rereader. Mom and Dad aren't rereaders, whereas I do sometimes often reread books. So eventually I'd really like to get to this one again because it's probably been 20 years since I read it. But if I think about 20 years in the future, when I'm like now 60 and my parents' age, this book will still be sitting on my bookshelf. Whereas an e-copy of it, you don't know. I totally did not mean this to turn into some sort of rant video about the digital age. And I'm only 37, which is surprising that most people would think that at my age, I would be much more interested in the digital stuff, and I am. I love my e-reader. My husband uses the Kindle app all the time. He's currently reading a physical book, and it's a Star Wars book, and he bought it because he's a huge Star Wars fan, and he wanted to have it, and he ordered it when he pre-ordered it. I still, to this day, love a print book. I will read on digital. I will read, an ebook. I love audiobooks. I will listen to audiobooks like all the time. But there's just something about looking at a bookshelf that's filled with books. So pretty much my entire statement that I was trying to make in this video was yes, I own the same titles in multiple different formats for those reasons. But at the end of the day, I will always own a print copy of something above a digital copy of something. So anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Please let me know in the comments below, and I will talk to you in my next video. Take care and happy reading, guys. Bye.